Hi everyone, I'm Liz.
And I'm Sissy.
And welcome back to Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch for another Flosstube episode. I convinced Mom to come back with me again today. I think it's been 6 months since you've been here.
Yeah, I'm so shocked.
I know. So she has some stitching and some quilts to show you guys. Also, I was just in Nashville at Needlework Market. And if you missed my recap video, I posted it a couple of days ago. And so that has all of my updates about what market was like, all of my haul. And I hung out with a lot of mother-daughter floss tubers while I was there. And I was very jealous that I did not have...
I felt very jealous when I saw your pictures. It's like, why am I not there?
I know.
I'm like, oh yeah.
So I needed Mom to come back on this video so I can pretend I'm also a mother-daughter floss tuber as well. Yeah. So what have you been up to for the last 6 months? How have you been doing? Everybody wants to know how you're doing since you freaked us all out last year by going into the hospital.
I've been doing real well. Back to work, and we just took a 3-week trip to Dubai to visit our other daughter and her children, and that was wonderful. We went to a desert resort and rode camels and went to a beach
How
resort.
was the camel riding?
Yeah, well, let's just say we never have to do that again. That's been checked off the list. So...
Did I ride a camel or an elephant as a kid?
You rode an elephant.
An elephant, okay.
At the San Antonio Zoo, y'all.
At the San Antonio Zoo, okay. I knew I had ridden some sort of big animal.
Yeah, so...
Wasn't there something at the Pecan Street Festival one year, too? I feel like we rode some weird animal. Maybe it was an elephant then, too.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But it's a camel riding. 0 out of 10 stars.
Yeah. I mean, it's not... I thought, it'll be like riding a horse.
No.
You're way up there, and when they get up, they lift up the back first and then the head. And they tell you to hold on front and behind you and then lean back. And even that just doesn't prepare you for what happens. And I just knew I was going to eat dirt, and so
Do you have any pictures on the camel? Did anyone take pictures?
Yeah. We've got some pictures, Dad.
If she texts me any, I'll insert some fun pictures.
Yeah, but the view once we got out there on the camel ride was magnificent. They took us out to this sunset view, and it was really cool. It's a conservation area where they're repopulating wild oryxes.
Oryxes. Are those the horned?
The white ones with the black horn.
Okay.
And there's tons of gazelles. So, we had gazelles coming up to our back door. Each bungalow, or they call them Bedouin suites, has its own little private pool. Wow. And so they would come and drink water out of our pool and walk along the patio. And the last day there, I was sitting out on the lounge chair reading. And I looked up, and there were 2 of them standing at my feet.
Oh, my gosh.
And I was like, whoa. And there was about 5 of them that came by. So that was really cool.
Wow.
But they were very friendly, the gazelles. Now, the oryxes didn't get that close to us, but yeah. So it was a lot of fun. And I got to go to the Gulf Food Show, which was like a couple 100,000 people in a convention center.
Wow.
I saw Needlework Market was pretty crowded, but
not a couple 100,000.
Just a sea of people just pushing you along.
Wow.
So
just all different kinds of international food, or?
Yeah, all the different countries were represented, and then Sam's company was there with their foods, and I got to sample all the different foods that they make. And
nice.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun, ton of fun. Something I would have never thought that I would ever do, but it was really cool. And I think it's like the largest food show in the world. It's like a big trade show, and each country has a section and stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
I brought back,
So no Needlework Market, but you got to go to an international food show.
No. Oh, but you know what? We did. We went to the Global Village in Dubai, and they had tons of fabrics and textiles from all over the world. But I didn't see a whole lot of cottons.
Okay.
It was a lot of silks and sari.
Like stuff you'd make like clothes with.
Yeah, clothing type stuff. So, but I didn't see any floss or linen, so I didn't.
It was all in Nashville.
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, so we are going to talk to you guys about what we have been stitching and quilting and working on. Me for the past 3 weeks, because I haven't made a Flosstube video in 3 weeks. And Mom's going to catch you up on her last 6 months of what she's been sewing on. And I'm going to start with my only fully finished item of the week, and that is my March wordplay. So I am doing the wordplay series by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread, and this is the 5th one I have done now, and so this is March, and I stitched mine, and I stitched all of mine on a 36 count Picture This Plus. This one is stitched on Wren, and I used all of her called for colors on it. And I did a little video of me finishing this, talking about kind of all the supplies and how I like to finish these. So I'll let that play for you now. Okay, everybody, welcome to the craft table. So I am going to be finishing my March wordplay by Brenda Gervais, and I do my finishes on this metal box, and this is from Hobby Lobby. I have not seen it since I bought it sometime in 2020, but I will show you guys the label on it if you're able to find it. Let me hope that gives it to you without too much glare. But this is the box, and the dimensions of the box are 9.5 by 5 by 9. Anyways, that's the box. So the way I do my finishes are all the same. Let me get them out and I'll show you. So I keep all of the completed word plays inside the tin, and then I have a bar magnet. This is one that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I used E6000 to glue it to the front of my tin, and then all of my word plays get finished with, you know, a little fabric backer board and a little bit of batting under the piece. And then I put a washer, and I use E6000 again to stick that washer right here. And then I'm able to just boop, attach them to the front. So I have April, I have June, and I have December, and February, which just came off. And so my next one that I have done is March. So I just wanted to show you all of the supplies I'm going to be using. And then you can watch me finish this really quick because I'm sure I will speed it up for you guys. But yeah, so the supplies I use. So obviously the tin that I just talked to you guys about. And then the mat board, or the kind of like board that I use to finish on, is actually this Canson. I wanted to show you guys the actual label. So it's called Canson Art Board, and I've gotten this at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. It's just a, I think it's just slightly thicker than like a mat board for framing, and it's easily available, pretty inexpensive. I think it's like $4 or $5 for a big sheet like this. So this is what I cut down, and what I use for all of kind of like my hard mounted, you know, cross stitch finishes. And then I use 100% cotton batting for behind my cross stitch piece. And then as far as my adhesives go, I like Aleene's tacky glue. So I use the liquid form for gluing down and mounting my cross stitch piece and gluing the pieces together. And then I like the Aleene's tacky spray for gluing my batting down. So I spray this outside and then lay it down on my batting to get a nice, you know, so that way you don't have to just like sit here and drip glue everywhere. I don't know. I just like the tacky spray. It's quick to get the batting down. So yeah, I think those are the supplies I'm using. So, oh, and I guess the other thing that I wanted to mention actually is that I have all of my green and yellow fat quarters here because I need to pick a fabric to put behind the wordplay, because that's how I like to mount them. So I'm going to go through these and pick a fabric and yeah, get started. Guys, I just covered the wrong board with fabric. Okay, I'm gonna quickly try to peel this off and salvage it, and then cut a new piece of fabric. Okay, I am gonna salvage this board. This is just the back of what I'm gonna mount my stitching to. But the fabric goes on the bigger board. So let me set this aside and try not to screw this up for a second time. Okay, I'm gonna go set it under some heavy books so it will dry nice and flat, and then all I have left to do is add the washer so I can attach it to my box for display this month. So I'll show you the finish in just a minute. Okay, so that is my wordplay finish. I think the only thing I left out of the video because I was waiting for it to dry was that I did apply a washer to the back of my mounted cross stitch piece, and I just have a magnet that I have E6000 glued down to the front, and then I can just pop it on there. And I think they look great. So that is my finish of the wordplay. I think the next one in line that I need to finish is May, because I do have April done. So May will be the next one that I need to work on, but I'm not sure when I'll get, excuse me, I'm not sure when I'm gonna be able to get it started because I am working on all my WIPGO goals right now. So I don't know, maybe by the time I get around to starting it, I might start a different one because it might be closer to the fall. We'll see what happens. But I'm really excited that I have 5 of the 12 done now. 7 more to go. I started this series a couple of years ago, and I really do want to get it wrapped up soon because I love how they look on the box, and I want to have all the months out ready to display. So that's my fully finish. Let's get into whips. Actually, you have some finishes, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so Mom's going to show her cross-stitch finishes.
Okay. So the first one is,
here, I'll hold it for you. Okay. Let's see, it is from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy, and it is called Quaker Bells.
Yeah.
And I think she kindly sent this pattern to me a year or so ago, and Mom wanted to stitch it.
She did. And I think I showed it last time as when it was in progress. And that's it finished.
What did you stitch it with?
I stitched it with just threads that I had in my stash from over many years. And let's see, they're still in here. One is the gold is a linen.
Okay.
The green is a rayon, which I will never stitch with again.
Okay.
And the red is just a basic red DMC.
Yeah.
So, but it didn't have specific colors, so I just used, what I had, and that's how
just
it
a
turned
red,
out.
gold, and green, right?
Yep, it was just 3 colors, and that's what drew me to it. It was just a few colors. And
do you know what the fabric was?
that was another gift from one of your viewers.
Is this like a Monaco, maybe?
Either Monaco or Lugana.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen 2 of those tags.
It looks like maybe a
floating
32 count.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just by looking at it, I'm guessing.
Okay, yeah. You know better than I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun to stitch, but
Super pretty.
that rayon thread is a little slippery, and it comes apart and
shreds.
Yeah. But I like the way it came out.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
how
beautiful.
you're going to finish it though.
I think
I'll
a
leave
frame.
that up to you.
I think a frame. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, and so my next one is a Christmas one because I just really like stitching for Christmas.
Same. Love stitching Christmas.
So this one.
This is Truckin' Along December from Stitching with the Housewives.
Yeah. So this one.
Oh yeah, so she has both pieces.
I have both
stitched.
pieces.
So this is the sign part that goes on top. And then she has on the other side of the fabric, the bottom piece.
Yeah, and since I stitched this on blue, I filled in the tires with a whatever, I think it was a dark green that was in the pattern. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get black. I thought the green was dark enough, just so that the tires would show up.
It turned out so cute.
I started it on black because I had some black fabric, but it was just impossible for me to see the holes on it. So
yeah, and this looks like a 16 count hand-dyed Ada, and I remember somebody had sent this to us. I think this is like a fiber on a whim 16 count Ada.
Yeah, it's very close in color to the fabric you got me in Nashville.
Yeah, so in the giveaways later, when I do those market giveaways, this is Grace Note. No, not Grace Notes. What did I say this was? Atomic Ranch Wild Mint. And it's very similar in color to this fiber on a whim.
Yeah, it's more green, but it's it's
super pretty.
Yeah. So
anyway, that's that one. So you use 2 strands of floss.
2 strands of floss
on 16 count. Yeah.
And then
okay, we'll go through whips. I'll go through mine, and then Mom's got one whip that she's working on. So the first one is one of my February Whip Go projects. This is the last one I was working on in February for 10 days. And I got close to a finish, but I didn't get to quite finish this one. So I'm hoping to get back to it at some point this year. And that's my Where Flowers Bloom by Hands Across the Sea samplers. And so I did 10 days on this in February, and that is where I got to. So I'm stitching mine. Oh goodness, I forgot to make notes. This is a 36 count fabric, but I've totally forgotten what I'm using. So I'll put it up on the screen. And I'm using all of the called for Avera Soie silks. And I feel like I made really good progress, but as you can see, I've got to finish the border and then just a couple of little motifs right in there. So I honestly only think this would take maybe 3 or 4 more days of stitching. So hopefully I can find a way to fit that in at some point this year between other projects. But that's where that one's at. That's so pretty.
That's so pretty.
I'm obsessed with this border. This one just takes a long time to stitch because I have to change colors so often.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I didn't quite get it to a finish in those 10 days, but that's okay.
There's more days.
I know. I just want everything done right now so I can start all of the new stuff I got at market. Okay, and then I had a new start and almost a finish. And that is Blooming Tiny Town. So after I finished my 10 days on Where Flowers Bloom, I switched, before the start of March to work on Tiny Town, and I almost got it done. And then I spent yesterday trying to finish it up, but I have like the back stitch and French knots and buttons to add. So I'm almost done. Almost done. And there is where it's at. So I'm stitching all of my Tiny Towns on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha, and I use all the called for colors, and I will be adding the backstitch, French knots, and the buttons probably later today because I want to film my spool finish tutorial probably for next weekend or something like that between, my next Flosstube. I want to get this tutorial up, and so I'll reach. Just as a reminder, in case you didn't see it in my last video, this is the spool finish I'm talking about here for my Tiny Towns.
How cute is that?
So cute. And so this is a spool from Pete's Bee-Skeps on Etsy. Carolina Cross Stitcher on Instagram. She's a cross stitch finisher, and her husband makes these wonderful wood products. So I bought a spool from their Etsy shop, and then I did this kind of fabric finish with buttons and elastic loop to kind of keep everything on. And so I'm going to do all my tiny towns in the same way. And so I'm going to film a tutorial hopefully next weekend once I have this finished up and can get it filmed. So that's that. I have one more whip, but why don't you show yours?
Oh, okay. So as I was looking through all the things that she showed at market, this sampler caught my eye. So this is one of Liz Matthews.
Yeah, this is a vanity sampler. This is one of Liz's new pieces.
Yeah, so I just got started on it yesterday, so there's not much done.
We did a little shopping through my stash, and here, I'll hold it for you. So Mom's a top right starter, so that is, the top right of
so I got just a little bit of border on there to see how it looks.
And it looks good. How's the 40 count going?
Well, I had to bust out and order these little headlamp
Everybody's
glasses.
favorite headlamp.
So, yeah. But it came this morning bright and early, so. And there's a $2 off coupon on it right now, so.
Okay, so if you need,
need
these are on Amazon. What are they called? They're like...
I searched for headlamp for crafting.
Okay,
and this was one of the first.
So I think people use them for like jewelry making, all kinds of crafts where you need to see up close, because they have a part to flip down and put a magnifier in, and then they have a little light. I don't always use a magnifier. I usually just use the light. That's like
all
what you're using it for.
Yeah, it comes with 5 different magnification lenses. So, but
yeah. Oh, so Mom is stitching her vanity sampler on 40 count Cappuccino by Fiber on a Whim. And she's using the DMC Floss 1 strand over 2. Because we went to Michael's yesterday and kitted it up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I just got to tell people all the stuff, because otherwise they'll just ask us in the comments, what's she stitching it on?
I don't know. Ask Elizabeth.
And then I have one more whip to show you guys, and that is my first March Whip Go project. And so for March, both of my projects are to work on for 10 days. And so the first one I decided to work on was Land That I Love. And so I'm about 8 days into my 10-day work on this one. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have to try, I think, and go find a picture of what it looked like before I started the 10 days. I think I have that in my whip parade, so hopefully I put that picture up right here. And I'm hoping it looks like I made progress, because I can't really tell. I feel like it doesn't look that much different, but it is big and beautiful. And this is what it looks like. Is it all on camera, you think? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So I am stitching mine on 36 count fabric, 1 strand of floss, all the called for floss colors. I did hand dye this fabric myself because I couldn't find tin roof in 2020 when I was starting this. So this is a limestone colored Zweigart that I over dyed with a little bit of tan and dark brown Rit dye to make it look, you know, approximate tin roof. And I don't think I got that close to tin roof, but I do really like my color. So this is my own kind of hand dye. And I basically finished up, let's see, this whole section. I finished up this flower basket, almost finished up this border. And then I made myself go down and start focusing on that big giant gold house because it's taking forever. I think I spent like 4 days just working on that house so far. I know. So yeah, so that's why I feel like it doesn't look like I've made that much progress, because I've just been working on a big giant house. But you know, I've got a couple more days before I put this one away, and then this is on my Whip Go board again sometime this year. And so I'm hoping to get close to a finish or finish it, but I don't know. After how long this house is taking, we'll see what happens. So after a couple more days on this, I'll pick up my second Whip Go project of March, which is Consider the Lilies by Heartstring Samplery. So that's another gigantic, that's my biggest whip. That's even bigger than this one.
Wow.
So yeah, those are my whips. Okay, so that's all our cross stitch, but Mom has some quilts to show you guys. So let's see what she brought. I think one of them is a surprise for me, so I can't wait to see.
Okay, so we'll just start at the top. So this one is one that is in progress, and it's got a couple of pieces, but
Okay.
let's see.
Look
I
how
think it
fun
goes
this is.
this way. So this is 3x4, and it's going to be 7x10 when it's finished.
And this is Lucky Log Cabins by
Yes.
Emily Dennis. Quilty Love is her pattern company. So this is Lucky Log Cabins, and this was this a fat quarter bundle
This
of
was
Tula
a
Pink?
fat quarter of Tula Pink. Yep.
Tula Pink fabrics. It is so bright and happy. And who are you making this for?
Your sister.
Well, I know that, but they don't know. My sister Lynn, who she just was visiting in Dubai and who's actually coming to the States in a couple of weeks. So she's trying to get it finished up before she gets
I have
here.
a quilting appointment next Saturday, and hopefully it will all be put together. I'm probably over halfway done putting all the top together, so it's just,
Yeah.
but
Just show them. Like, look at how cute these fabrics are. Tula Pink makes the most amazing, crazy, colorful fabrics.
and it's such a good quilt to make with fat quarters because or with jelly roll.
Because there's like no
Because
waste.
there's no waste, and I'm just not a big fan of waste of fabric. So you can
She tries to use every single scrap of fabric. And so that's a good pattern for that for sure. Lucky Log Cabins.
yeah. So a fat quarter makes 7 strips with very minimal waste.
Perfect.
And then I went back and looked, and over the last 6 months, I've made 3 or 4 quilts, 5 quilts that I don't even have anymore that were given away. So
Any pictures of any ones you want to show?
yeah, I'll send
Okay.
you some pictures. So one was Sophia's trip around, scrappy
Yeah,
trip
Mom
around
made
the
her
world.
scrappy trip around the world quilt following the tutorial I did. Mine was the Christmas version. Mom made a very bright, colorful version for my niece.
For Sophia for her bed, and then the back is the blue cuddle fabric, and
Yeah.
she loves it. So, and then I had enough scraps left over to make her a blue and white pillow out of that. So, and then I made 2 t-shirt quilts.
Yep.
And then I made, I don't remember I helped Allison with a quilt
Oh
for
yeah,
Christmas
if we
for
have a
her
picture of
mother-in-law.
that, my sister Allison wanted to make her mother-in-law, who was hospitalized last year, right after you got out of the
know.
hospital.
Yeah.
My sister's mother-in-law was hospitalized for an infection, and Diego. Yes, Diego. What do you need?
But Allison made the fat quarter hourglass remix quilt.
Yes, I'm influencing my family. They're making all the quilts that I keep posting about because why not? So yeah, Allison made the fat quarter hourglass with the help of my mom. Oh, Diego wants to come be a part of it. Hi. Did you want to be a star today?
Let me get out of your way.
He just wants us to let him outside.
Oh, you can have my water. Sorry. Not for kitties. I know, I'm so mean.
This is so funny. He never wants to come be a part of this. This is hilarious. Rob, you're not paying enough attention to him.
Okay. So then I do have one quilt. That I
And
made
we'll put in
finished.
pictures because it's huge.
It's huge. But
I'll hold it up for right now, right
Yeah.
here.
I made this one for Christmas for my husband.
Dad got a new quilt.
He got a new quilt, a very tall one.
Yes.
So it fully covers him.
So he can use it
When
in the
he's sitting
recliner.
Yes. And he alternates between this one and the first one we made for him.
Oh yeah, we made him one a long time ago. I think I showed that in my quilt parade video from a long time ago.
Yeah,
but-
he has both of them out depending on the mood. This one has a wool batting, so it's a little bit heftier.
Okay.
So
It's so pretty. This was
Anyway.
from Connecting Threads, right?
right, it was a quilt
Was a quilt
pattern.
kit?
Quilt kit, yes.
Yeah, that she bought.
came with the pattern. And the only substitution I made was the solid blue center block.
Okay.
And
What did it call for?
It called for a light blue.
Okay.
That just, I don't know, looked really
Yeah.
not dad. So I got navy blue to put in there, and I think it turned out really good.
It is. It's awesome. And I love the little wave pattern. I use this quilting pattern a lot. The kind of
Yeah.
like just wavy lines. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, and the quilt kit even came with this, with the border fabric.
with the plaid binding.
Yeah.
Cute.
binding.
And then on the back, you just did the navy.
I just did, Kona extra wide or the quilt back.
Oh, they have
size.
the quilt back size? Nice. Mm-hmm. Did you get that at Over the Top?
No, I actually got that at Joanne, I think. So that's the only quilt that I can still get my hands on easily. And this one is
she gives all her quilts away.
is a blast from the past. This is
my gosh.
It's not a quilt per se, but it's
this.
a blanket that Elizabeth made probably in high school.
Or
maybe
I think it was
college.
early college. When
Early
I first
college.
started working at Hancock Fabrics, probably. That's
But
when I think I
it
discovered
is.
these blankets.
Yeah. So it's
Oh my
Texas
gosh.
fabrics.
I did not even know he still had this.
Yeah.
I made this for my brother, right? I made this for Joe.
Yeah, and I think you made another one for Allison too.
And so these are just those fleece blankets where you would cut into a few inches and tie them off. And so it's just a double-sided fleece blanket. Oh my goodness, how funny.
Yeah.
Look
So
at
he was
that.
cleaning some stuff out of his room and this went through the wash and I snagged it.
Oh, that's amazing. I totally forgotten about this. Yeah, I for sure made this when I started working at Hancock Fabrics because they were so... Oh, look at this. There's a screw. Oh my gosh. What is that?
Oh, wow.
My brother makes he likes to make things electronic and now there's this weird spring with a needle stuck in this blanket.
Wow.
Okay. Glad I found that.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't. Would have surely poked myself. Okay, well.
Anyways, one of my very early blankets before I started quilting.
Yeah.
I sold so much fleece. You know how popular these were in the early 2000s?
Yeah.
Everybody was making these blankets. I sold so much fleece at Hancock's.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Yay.
That's all I have.
Okay. I have got a little bit of haul to show you guys, and then we're going to do some market giveaways. If you missed my market recap video, I'll link that down below. I showed you everything I brought home, and then I've got a stack of giveaways that I brought home for you guys. So let me get the haul, and then, oh wait, the haul's right here. So we went to Hobby Lobby actually yesterday to get some floss. And so one of my new charts that I got at Market was this Jeanette Douglas Margarita Schropfer. And it actually calls for a Verissois silks, but I decided I wanted to kit it up with DMC because it takes quite a few colors. If you can hear a ruckus, it is because the orange cats are wrestling each other over here. I usually don't have to deal with these kind of conditions when I'm in the craft room. So I got all of the DMC, which is, you can see, quite a bit for Miss Margarita here. And I actually had, the called for fabric is a 40 count vintage fawn by Lakeside Linens, and I had it in my stash. When does that happen? Never. So,
I'd say more likely than not, but
you would think, honestly. So if you guys remember my video a couple weeks ago when I was cleaning up my craft room, which, oh gosh, these cats, which thank you all for the nice comments. So many people left nice comments about how relatable it was because I had to clean before I could start crafting. And I didn't do a great job cleaning. I just cleaned enough so that I could start sewing. Exactly. But my floss monster that I showed you guys on my table that needed to be put away, I finally put it away. And I have so many overdyed threads. I would think I have at least 80% of most manufacturers' overdyed thread lines. But yet I go try to kit stuff up and I am missing always over half the threads I need. And I'm like,
really?
How? I know. How? I have so much floss. Anyways, whatever. I kitted up Margarita with all of the DMC, and I don't know yet when I want to start this, but it might be a birthday start, or if I can't wait, it might happen sooner. We'll see what happens, but I got it all kitted up with the fabric. I've got a little project bag over here for it. And then I did buy one little ball of number 5 pearl cotton because, is that fabric still over here? Oh, it's right here. I showed you guys in my market video this 10 count Clostern. I think it's Clostern. I was doing some Googling. It might be Lula, which is another Zweigart 10 count. I'm not actually entirely positive what this fabric's called because it's just labeled 10 count, $32. And so, but from the comments on my market video, everybody let me know 4 strands of DMC or number 5 pearl cotton. So I bought a little ball of pearl cotton to just do some test stitches on this. And then I'm also going to test with some DMC and just see what I like, because I have some ideas of what I want to stitch on this. So anyways, prepping for that. And then I have just a couple of other things. I am part of the Country Cottage Needleworks Big City Christmas Club that Fat Quarter Shop has, where they're just sending me like kind of just auto shipping the patterns every month as they come out, because I want to do this series at some point. So the latest one is Street Scene, which has a little taxi cab and a big Christmas tree. And then I got my NPI Silk Floss Club, and this is Melon Pink. This is the February 2023 club. And then I got my Mocha Fat Quarter Club from Fat Quarter Shop, which I think I'm gonna have to unsubscribe to because I have way too many fat quarters in my house. Like, just too many. But every time they come, I'm so excited and I love the fabric. Because like, even if I don't use these all together, like how perfect are these to divide up and use in other projects when you need certain colors, right?
Yeah.
These are all, I don't know. At some point I need to unsubscribe because I have way too many fat quarters in my house. But, you know, I love this. This is the Simply Delightful by Sherry and Chelsea. So I'm very happy to have these. And that is the haul. Anything you want to show from your Dollar Tree haul?
I don't know, just, you know.
The cats are everywhere right now.
I did find some double-sided tape that's acid-free and archival.
Really good for cross-stitch finishing.
Yeah.
What, is that Dollar Tree that you were at?
Dollar Tree.
Yeah, Dollar Tree.
So $1.25 tree now, but you know.
Inflation.
Yeah, inflation. And they had these cute little ornaments. So I got some pink ones and some black ones for the grandkids to do their initials. And it comes with a little plastic canvas already mounted inside the ring and the threads you need to do it. So yeah. So there's that. And I just realized, so it only has the patterns for A through L. And the only one that won't fit in there is Sophia. But Charlie, Andy, Isla, and Ben.
What? It doesn't have all the letters?
No, it only has the instructions from A through L.
What?
That's what it says on here on the contents.
Did any of them have
Well,
M
I
through
didn't
Z?
know. I just assumed it would have all of them.
I would too.
I might have to go back and look.
Are all of yours A through L? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
They're all A through L. And then they just restocked these handy little scissors that are perfect for putting in your cross stitch project.
And if you lose them, it's not a big deal because they're $1.
And you do not cry. I leave, you know, that's why I went and bought some more because I've left mine places and, you know, I don't cry too hard.
No.
And then my husband took a pair because they actually fit his fingers better than the little, you know, scissors.
Than like these little guys.
Yeah.
Okay, should we do some giveaways?
Yes.
Okay, so I brought some things home from market that I thought you guys might enjoy. So giveaway rules, you just need to be a subscriber to my channel, like the video, and leave a comment with keywords. And actually, I think I'm gonna do just numbers because otherwise there's like a lot of stuff here and the words will get out of control. You know what? Can I get you a piece of paper and a pencil to help me? Or do you want to keep track on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get set up. Yeah. So number 1 is Little Women. And so you can just write down the title of it. So number 1 is Little Women by Posey. So to enter the giveaway, you just leave a comment and use any of the numbers that you want to be entered for. You can enter for as many as you want, but you'll only win one of them. And I just use like a random comment picker to go through the comments, scan for the numbers, and pick the winner. So anyways, number 1, Little Women.
Okay, so you want the number 1, not the word 1.
Yes, the number 1.
Okay. Just to be clear.
Yes. Number 2 is Love Boats. This is by Ardith Design, Amanda May. So use number 2 for Love Boats. And then number 3 is Itch to Stitch by October House Fiber Arts. So that was number 3, Itch to Stitch. Number 4 is Honey Fair by October House Fiber Arts. Number 4. Number 5, Strawberry Manor by Teresa Kogut. Tell me if I'm going too fast. Number 6, also tell me if I'm saying the wrong number. Number 6 is The Egg Collector by Teresa Kogut. Number 7 is Apple Mint Tea by Hello from Liz Matthews. Okay, number 8 is Birds of a Feather by Blackbird Designs. And then number 9 is United We Stand by Blackbird Designs. And then look at that, we're ending on a nice round number. Number 10 is this beautiful 18 count Ada, which is Wild Mint by Atomic Ranch. So use the number 10 to enter for this beautiful Ada. And I actually have 2 fat quarters of it, so 2 people can win a fat quarter of this 18 count Ada. I think that's it. You got everything? Perfect.
Got it.
Okay, yay, we did the giveaway portion. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. Do we have anything else we need to talk about before we wrap up?
No.
Any exciting crafting plans in your future? You have anything planned?
I'm quilting next Saturday.
Oh yes, so you'll share pictures of your quilt once it's done.
Once it's done, yes, and then it'll be gone to Dubai a few weeks after that when they leave, so it won't be here for another show and tell.
Yeah, so take pictures.
Yeah, and then my plan is to focus on this sampler.
It's her biggest project,
My
right?
biggest project ever, so to do that because
It's gonna be awesome.
my quilting hobby was getting a little out of control.
She's been making a lot of quilts.
Yeah. So, and I do still have a couple more t-shirt quilts I need to,
Okay.
to do.
For with Uncle Larry's t-shirts, or is it something different?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then one for Mary's niece.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I don't have any quilting to show you guys because I haven't worked on my Starstruck quilt since I made that video 2 Saturdays ago. I was out of town last weekend, I know, and work's been busier than I'd like because, you know. Work, I know. So I have no real sewing to show you guys, but hopefully next time I will. So
yeah. I tell you, Aunt Patsy wants to give me all of her fabric she's got in boxes.
yeah.
Scary.
So she might be making 100 more quilts soon.
My retirement plans.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's where we're going to leave you for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.